Hey there, this is Steve from Stark Web Design and Crushing Marketing. Today we're going to talk about how to find your niche and know that it will make you money. All right, so I talk to people every day that want to turn their passion into a business. And what we really need to figure out is, can we take that passion and turn it into an offer that will sell? And to do this, we have to figure out and dial in a niche, okay? Too many businesses try to be everything to everybody. And in most cases, they end up chasing clients, being overworked, and then having a bank account that really doesn't scream success. So you've probably heard the term, the riches are in the niches. And this is so very true. If you dial in your niche and offer a product or service that provides a solution to the problems those in the niche are facing, then you can have a successful business. So first, let's look at what is a niche. So by definition, a niche is a specialized segment of the market for a particular kind of product or service. And what that really means is you have a very specific group of people or customers for whom you are providing a solution, whether that be a product, a service, what have you, right? So just to give you an example, I actually own another business. I'm a co-owner of another business called Trench Training. And in this business, we provide training for youth and high school football players. More specifically, we provide specialized training for only two positions, and that's offensive and defensive linemen. So this is a very narrow niche. And we have had a lot of success with our training, our camps, and our online content because we have become a go-to in this niche market. Okay, so you can see the narrower your niche, the more you're going to be an expert, or the more you can position yourself as an expert inside that niche market. Okay, so how do you go about identifying your niche? All right, there's a few steps to this. First, you want to identify your interests and your passions, as well as your experience. And so you need to think about, what skills do you have? And what I'm going to say is list them out. Grab a piece of paper, a whiteboard, whatever you want. List out all of those interests, passions, experiences, or experience, no matter how insignificant they are. And when I say that, I mean, you may have a passion that you think is, well, there's probably nobody out there that really loves this as much as I do. Maybe there isn't, but more than likely, there are other people out there. So I just did a little exercise before we got on here, and I looked up a certain niche, okay? So if you want to crochet sweaters for pet lizards, I figured that there might not be a market for that, but let's just check. So in fact, I looked it up, and there are actually sellers on Etsy and Amazon that are selling lizard sweaters, okay? So you can see your niche could be out there, right? It could be anything that you're passionate about. If you bring the passion and the experience and some expertise, then the subjects won't matter, because there'll be a market out there for just about anything. All right. So you need to figure out what subjects interest you the most. What subjects do you like teaching about and talking about the most? So when you're talking to your friends or when you meet new people, what are the things that you love talking to them about? All right. Now, I love talking to people about websites and marketing automation and growing their business online. I know that's super nerdy, but it's what I'm passionate about. It's something that I have a lot of experience and expertise in, so I like to talk about it. So you need to figure out what's yours and make your list, okay? The next step would be to think about what problems or pain points your potential customers in this niche market are going to have. All right, so don't just think about what products and services you can create. You need to think about what your target market or your potential customers are feeling right now. Like, what are they having issues with? Because you can create the best product in the world. If it doesn't solve a problem or a pain point for a certain market, it's never going to sell. Okay? So you need to think about what's causing them frustration. What are they not doing or maybe doing that they don't want to, right? If they're doing something they don't want to, or they don't know how to do something, Maybe it's something they don't even know that they should be doing, right? But you need to figure out what these pain points are that are going to improve their business or improve their quality of life, depending on what your market or your potential customers are, right? The key to having any profitable business is to solve a problem in a market. Find that white space and become the expert. So I want you to list out all of those pain points, okay? Now, once you've got your two lists, you've got your list of interests, experience, and passion, and you have your list of pains and problems, you're going to put those next to each other and you're going to find out where they overlap. Where are the intersections between these two things, the passions and the pains? All right, when you can make connections like that between those two lists, you may have found yourself a niche. All right, you've certainly found something that you can research more and figure out if it's something that you can create an offer for or a solution for. And then once you figure out your specific niche, all right, now we need to figure out, can that niche make money? All right, so what we're going to look at next is your niche commercially viable? All right, I've got 3 easy steps that are going to confirm whether your niche will make you money. Will you be able to sell and generate revenue from your niche? Let's take a look at those 3 steps. Okay, so our first step is to ask the question, are there books that are written about our niche? Okay, so I'm going to use a topic from one of my clients. I have a client who owns a competitive dance studio. So we're just going to take a look here and see if their competitive dance is a viable niche, a commercially viable niche. All right. So what I did here is I went into Amazon. I typed in competitive dance into books. All right. So we're going to search in books on Amazon. Amazon is the largest retailer in the world. All right. It's a great way to search out what people are interested in buying. Okay. So we're going to start with books. So we're going to see, are there books written about competitive dance? Obviously, there are. We've got journals. We've got ballroom dance. We've got lots of different kinds of dance. How to win without losing your soul. There's dance to your maximum. There's a lot of different kinds of books here within competitive dance. You know, and they really could use to narrow that focus even more. Maybe they need to get into more, hip hop or, competitive ballroom dance, but as far as competitive dance goes, there is a niche market here according to Amazon Books. All right. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to search in all departments and we're going to see what comes up when we type in competitive dance. Are there products related to competitive dance? All right. So now we see there's a couple of toys here. All right. But there's mugs. There are DVDs and videos. There are programs about it. There are different kinds of stretching things, exercise equipment, dance, clothing. All of this stuff shows up when we type in competitive dance. So our first step was to look at books. Our second step was to go in and do a general search to see if there are products related to competitive dance. And then our third step is to look and see if there's coaching related to our niche. So I'm looking up competitive dance coaching. All right, you could do competitive dance training or competitive dance coaches. All right, but is there coaching related to competitive dance? Now, obviously, there are a ton of dance studios locally, so we know that there's a lot of coaching and training involved in this. Most of this is in person, but a lot of these dance studios will provide online content and online courses as well. And if you look through some of the results here, some of these dance academies will offer different kinds of coaching and programs. All right, and then there's also stuff to teach coaches how to dance, right? And company dancers and different things that are here that tell us there is coaching. So based on what we see here, there is certainly a viable, commercially viable niche for competitive dance. We see books, we see products, and we see coaching. This is a great way to look at any niche and really decide if there is a way to make money and if we can generate revenue from that niche. All right, so as you can see, doing our Amazon and Google searches, those three questions that we asked, those 3 steps, if you have positive results in those 3 steps, then you've probably got a profitable niche. All right, it's a niche that you can generate revenue in. All right, so I would say if you only end up with 2 out of those 3 steps, it's possible that that could be a commercially viable niche. What I would say is you may want to tweak that a little bit and make sure that you are getting better results when you do those searches. Again, competitive dance is probably a bit of a broad topic, but there's enough out there to make it a viable niche. You may want to think about trying to hone that in a little bit more if you're not seeing the kind of results, or maybe you need to broaden your topic just a little bit more. Either way, you want to try and get positive results in those 3 categories and in those 3 steps. And if you can do that, you're going to have a niche that will help you create financial freedom and help you generate the kind of revenue that you want. All right, I hope you found value in today's video. If you did, please like, comment, and share. Make sure you share this with your fellow small business owners. Also, if you'd like to check out my course, crushingmemberships.com is the place to go. You can learn how to take your content, your niche, and turn it into an online membership. All right, it's a great way to create residual revenue and create the kind of financial freedom most of us are looking for. All right. Okay. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time.